The Zephyrian delegation materialized on the observation deck of their flagship, their crystalline forms shimmering with condescending amusement. Below them, Earth hung like a blue marble against the starfield, its surface crawling with what they considered barely evolved primates. "Look at them," chittered Ambassador Veltar, his voice resonating through the quantum field that connected all Zephyrian minds. "Still burning fossil fuels, still warring among themselves. They haven't even achieved basic planetary unity." His aide, Kesara, pulsed with agreement. "The preliminary scans confirm it, Ambassador. Crude nuclear technology, primitive space, flight, chemical propulsion systems that belong in a museum. Their most advanced vessels can barely reach their own moon with any reliability." The Zephyrians had been observing humanity for 3 rotations now, cataloging their backward civilization, with the detached interest of xenobiologists studying insects. Earth's inclusion in the Galactic Consortium had been a matter of pure bureaucratic necessity. Every sapient species had a right to representation, even the pathetically underdeveloped ones. "At least they'll provide amusing anecdotes at the consortium gatherings," Veltar mused, his crystalline structure flickering with what passed for laughter among his kind. "Imagine, they still use projectile weapons in an age of plasma conduits and quantum disruptors." The humans had been invited to send a representative to the consortium's next gathering, though the Zephyrians expected little more than primitive grunting and confused staring at technology beyond their comprehension. It would be charitable, entertainment at best. That was when the sensors began screaming. "Ambassador!" Kesara's voice carried a tremor of alarm. "Long-range detection arrays are picking up something massive." The main display flickered to life, showing the outer edge of the solar system. There, emerging from the darkness between stars, was a shape that defied immediate comprehension. It was black as the void itself, but its surface seemed to absorb light in ways that hurt to observe directly. The thing was enormous, easily the size of Earth's moon, but moving with purpose and intelligence. "By the eternal crystal," Veltar whispered, "what is that monstrosity?" Their ship's AI, a quantum construct millennia ahead of anything humans had dreamed of, processed the readings with growing alarm. Classification: unknown. Configuration suggests artificial origin. Mass readings indicate hollow construction with dense core elements. Energy signatures are off the scale. As they watched in horror, massive sections of the object began to unfold like some impossible flower of destruction. Gun ports the size of cities yawned open. Energy collectors that could have powered entire star systems began to glow with malevolent purpose. "It's a planet killer," Kesara breathed. "But who could have built such a thing? The Vorthan Empire fell 10,000 years ago. The hegemon's weapons were all accounted for after the Great Purge." The communications array crackled to life, and a voice filled the bridge, calm, measured, and undeniably human. "Attention, Zephyrian vessel. This is Admiral Sarah Chen aboard the UES Retribution. You are ordered to withdraw from Earth space immediately." Veltar's crystalline form flashed with indignation. "Impossible. Humans don't possess technology capable of constructing such vessels. Our intelligence reports confirm they're barely out of their planetary cradle." The human voice continued, unperturbed by their outrage. "You have 30 seconds to begin withdrawal procedures. Non-compliance will result in immediate defensive action." "This is some sort of deception," Veltar snarled. "Perhaps the Korthari are playing games with us, projecting false images to—" "Ambassador," Kesara interrupted, his voice hollow with dawning realization. "I'm reading multiple quantum signatures throughout their solar system. There are dozens of these constructs, powered down and hidden. They've been there the entire time we've been observing." The terrible truth began to crystallize in Veltar's mind. The humans hadn't been primitive at all. They had been hiding. Every crude rocket launch, every seemingly inefficient technology, every apparent limitation, it had all been an elaborate masquerade. 20 seconds, Admiral Chen's voice announced. "Wait," Veltar transmitted frantically. "We demand an explanation." How long have you possessed such capabilities?" There was a pause, and when the human responded, there was something, almost amused in her tone. "Ambassador Veltar, humanity learned a valuable lesson from our own history. When a more advanced civilization encounters a primitive one, it rarely ends well for the primitives. We decided long ago that if we ever encountered beings from the stars, it would be better if they underestimated us." 15 seconds. The Retribution's weapon systems began to power up, and the energy readings made the Zephyrian flagship's shields look like tissue paper in a hurricane. This wasn't just advanced technology. This was engineering that made their own millennium spanning. Civilization looked like children playing with blocks. "How?" Kessara whispered. "Because," Admiral Chen replied, and now there was steel in her voice. "Humans have something many species seem to lack. We have imagination. We dream of monsters in the dark, so we build bigger monsters to fight them. We tell ourselves stories of invasion and conquest, so we prepare for the day when those stories might come true." 10 seconds. We're withdrawing. Veltar shrieked, his crystalline form cycling through panic colors as he transmitted emergency retreat orders. As the Zephyrian vessel powered up its FTL drives, Admiral Chen delivered her parting words. "Tell your consortium this. Humanity requests a seat at the adult table, and we expect the respect that comes with it." The last thing Veltar saw before jumping to hyperspace was the Retribution folding its weapon systems back into its hull, returning to the appearance of an innocuous asteroid. Throughout the solar system, dozens of similar constructs were doing the same, vanishing back into the cosmic background as if they had never been there at all. In the depths of space, Earth continued its lazy rotation, looking for all the world like the home of a primitive, harmless species that could barely reach its own moon. The Zephyrians would never make that mistake again.